Last time on Total Party Guild.
He starts getting upset because we're not giving him chicken nuggets. I'm giving him chicken nuggets.
He'll finally have his intelligence restored and be like, why did I gain 15 pounds? Look,
we had
dude,
to keep you happy.
you have a space gun and you wanted chicken nuggets, okay?
Welcome, heroes, to Total Party Guild, your weekly retrowave D&D inspired 5th edition podcast. Our podcast is the 5th edition of this podcast, just so you know. I am Sean Rowe. I'll be your DM for this story arc. And tonight, the guild is hiring
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, scared-ass human glamour bard.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Brilliance B. Redmoon, a barely conscious fighter hexblade.
And Justin Lamb playing Stennel Bjornsson, the halfling barbarian, who's happy to have made some new friends.
Last time on Total Party Guild, our party had made their way into an underground lair after being assaulted by an intellect devourer. The creature attacked and then knocked out B with a crazy psychic damage, and then shortly was destroyed afterwards by our powerful barbarian warrior. They made their way into the underground. They had some terrified discussions as to what to do next. They reached out to someone who they hate, and then made their way deeper into the underground.
So much.
Now, they've arrived, finally, with Mr. Besselman, who has asked to have a conversation with them to get to the bottom of who owns his property, or who has his property, and how to rightfully get it back to him. And that is where we come into the party now, sitting in his room inside the underground area. It is a furnished lavishly with over-expensive items in a haphazard pattern all across it. For Jewel's taste-filled eyes, it is definitely not someone who's used to having money or using money in a way to make it look decent. And she's sitting across from this man who is extremely well-dressed. B, barely conscious, just being reawakened by the doctor. And Stennel, who still has his cards out in front of him as if he was trying to play a game with Mr. Besselman. Mr. Besselman finally said to the party to, let's get down to business, shall we? And then he stopped and he began to stare to the party, taking their measure. So I paid for that property. I bought that ring from the man who owned it. He was supposed to deliver it to me, but instead, he vanished. That kid who says it's his, I understand. It should be his, but it's not. I bought it. It's mine, and I would like it to be returned.
What did the ring look like? I make some extra money as a pickpocket and sell to some pawn shops around. So which one was it?
Just to clarify, you're not asking the DM that question, you're asking him that question, right?
Yes.
Okay. He goes in to explain it, what it looks like, and it does fit the description of the same ring that the kid threw into your hand and then took off.
Damn it. Because I was hoping he wasn't entirely sure. That one, I think I sold that one to Catlin's Curiosity Cabinet. Or was it Cassidy's Curiosity Curio?
You sold it.
So terrible with names.
The kid entrusted you with this item and you sold it.
Yeah, it's just a random kid.
That goes against the nature of the character of the guild that I had been brought to understand. No matter if it's no longer in your possession. How much did you pay for it? How much did you get for it?
Well, if it's the one that we both think it is, it wasn't worth much. So I put 3 gold on his desk as I reach over my rifle.
No, you fail to understand. I was going to pay you thrice that amount to go and retrieve it for me, since you sold it.
Oh, I mean, I sold a lot of rings. I'm pretty sure that's all I got for that one.
Well, if you no longer have it in your possession, I suppose there's no reason to continue talking to you. You may go.
That the kid?
I will hold on to him until I retrieve the ring.
That wasn't part of the deal.
With who did we make a deal? Certainly not me. All I want is the ring. The kid can go free afterwards, but if he was untruthful, if he didn't actually give it to you, Or if you are untruthful and you didn't actually sell it, well, I still need that bargaining chip.
I'm going to change the antimatter rifle into, let me look at this list here, a gravity hammer.
All right.
So it's that same crystalline look, except the galaxy inside has expanded to fill the entire crystal, and it has this like clear, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a clear distortion of space immediately around the head of it.
So almost like a reverberation around it. You can see that it's like wavy, almost like a heat sheen.
Yeah, close.
Okay.
Except it's, instead of wavy, it's just fuzzy.
I suppose that means you wish to do violence to me. You negotiate in a very strange manner.
I mean, wish? No. I just want to save the kid.
Save the kid from what exactly? Food every day, clothing that keeps him warm. You'd rather he goes back on the street where he has none of those things?
I mean, more from the beatings.
What beatings? Do you think I waste my time beating up children?
I look at Joel.
He looked pretty beat up when I saw him.
I mean, some people juggle geese. Some people.
Wait, what?
I mean, if he's not beaten up, can you at least let us talk to him and get his side of the story?
No.
There you go. That's not suspicious.
Currently, you don't know where he is. If I had you talk to him, you would. It's my only bargaining chip. You arranged to have several of my key workers killed earlier. So you are clearly much more
Didn't arrange for shit.
powerful
To be fair,
than...
we were assaulted in a park. And then in the warehouse, we didn't kill a single person.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Yeah.
they're dead. You have more ability, more capability than I'm willing to put my men at risk with. So, no, he remains in hiding. You kill me, you'll never find him.
I am contemplating using spells on him. But knowing that I can't really back it up if it goes south with spell power at least. So
Did me being passed out count as a short rest?
No.
I mean,
But
I was doing.
resting.
You were not resting. Your brain was non-functioning.
I was doing all the legwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you rest.
No.
I was walking for 2.
No, it does not work that way. No.
your brain is sending out signals to do stuff though when you're resting.
Inside, your brain
Maybe
was,
your brain.
You're lucky you were still breathing.
your brain was doing panic.
Oh.
Okay. So
Listen, the offer stands. You bring me the ring, I give the kid away back to you, and he can go back to his life and squalor with his mother who beats him.
so what was the point of coming down here again, guys?
Oh, we were running from the guys in the suits.
No, I thought we were looking. We were coming down here to look for the kid, right?
Yeah, we went into the basement originally looking for the kid because I saw him locked up, but he wasn't in the basement of the warehouse. We went into a mine shaft to run away and / kind of look for the kid, I guess.
Has the doctor been sent away, or is he still hovering?
No, he's still in the back corner.
So it's just Doctor and Mr. Big Boss, and that's it?
And 2 other guys in the far edge of the room.
And 2 other guys. Okay. Huh. Those aren't terrible
How have
odds.
they reacted to the gravity hammer?
What was that?
How have they reacted to the gravity hammer?
Turn around to go look at him.
Mhm.
Okay. They are not happy. Both of the people in the back of the room do not want to be here. They want to get out of here. The doctor is more curious than anything. He keeps trying to reach out and then stops himself and takes a step back. But he's very curious as to what's going on. And Mr. Besselman has done as good of a job as he can in keeping his face as stony as possible.
I was gonna say I told him that I didn't care what was going on down here. I was just looking for a kid, and that was basically it.
You told Stennel that,
That
or you
said-
still told Besselman that?
I told Besselman that.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to brain at each other, but are we gonna fight or are we gonna fucking go?
Well, because that's the thing. Stennel's gonna kind of look around the room and be like, you know what, guys, it's really late. And this isn't even the job that we were supposed to be doing. We only came down here to find the kid, right? That was the whole, right? I looked to B, I looked to Jewel. I'm like, the only reason we came down here. It's just one kid, too. You've got, and I turned to Besselman. I'm like, you got this whole thing going on down here. And, yeah, I mean, maybe you figured it out. But just in case, we're from the guild, and we're kind of a big deal. And if you don't want the guild breaking down your warehouse doors and coming down here and finding out what's going on and bringing everything you've got up to the light of day to the city, maybe you should just work with us a little bit better than you have been. Because this could go very south for you very quickly. And maybe you can overcome the three of us. Maybe. But I guarantee you, it's going to be a mess. So how about you let us get some rest and tell us where the kid is? Or we're going to make this a real bad night for you and your business.
Intimidation check. Add advantage.
That was like the most articulate Stennel has ever been, ever.
It's only when he's tired.
He must be tired and angry.
I'm so tired I can't pretend to be dumb anymore.
Intimidation?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a +4. So 24.
Damn!
I rolled
Damn
a
boy!
20.
Holy fuck.
Cock die.
That's my friend.
Ooh. As you began to talk to him, his stony face becomes less and less stony as what you're saying begins to sink in. And then the realization dawns on him that everything you said is true, and that could severely cause all kinds of problems. And the fear begins to ripple through him, and you could feel it in a palpable wave as it ripples through him and the rest of his crew. You know, now they're like, some of them are itching towards their weapons, but they're beginning to back towards the exit of the room. And finally, he looks at you and he says, "Fine. All right. You can have the kid. Just keep the guild out of it."
Okay.
Just give a half-hearted shrug.
No shrug. Agree. Yes or no? Your word, your honor. Have the kid or not?
I spit in my hand and I hold it out to him.
He just shakes it.
I shake it.
And then he waves at one of the guys in the back of the room who nods and then takes off. That kid is more trouble than he's worth.
Tell me about it.
I know.
I never even met the kid.
Minutes pass, and then you can hear the kid being brought upstairs. And finally he arrives. And what you see is he looks a lot better than he did when you first ran across him. He's wearing like a mini white suit.
Wow.
Jesus.
His injuries had been cleaned up. The bruises are still on his face, but the clothes look like they were like designed for him.
I say, "What's all this then?" And I just point all over him.
The kid just like, and Mr. Besselman goes, "He had to look the part. He can keep the clothes. You can all leave now."
Who did this to your face?
I want to talk about it.
No, we found you. Hey.
Is the
You-
person who did this to your face in this room?
He looks at the floor and one of his feet like scuffles across the ground.
Is there something very nice? Oh, his wannabe nice artwork, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the gravity hammer and hit it with all of my might.
Oh no.
It explodes. And he's like, "What the hell is this about? I literally do not understand you guild people. What more can I
thought-
possibly do for you?"
I thought you said he wasn't beaten.
I said I didn't beat him. Get out.
I'll start very gently urging B to the door. But if B wants to stay and fight, he can. I'm like using feathers to push
No.
him towards the door.
No, I'll go.
Come on, man. We got the kid.
I'll beckon to the door and tell the kid, if you want to come, you can come with us. But if you want to stay, you can stay.
Oh no, he wants to leave. He's going with you guys as soon as you start heading towards the exit.
Come on, kiddo. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
All right, we'll head back downstairs and then we'll leave the warehouse nice and easy.
How did we get underground?
Yeah, you walk outside and it's just a ceiling of
fuck are we?
like glowing moss, and you see buildings stretch out in front of you, and a river running nearby.
Hey,
What?
maybe don't ask any questions right now. Just play it cool and walk with us.
Yeah. B, you were out for 4.5 months. That's ages.
You were dragging me around for 4 months?
I'm secretly hoping Jewel will like somehow make it look like her hair is a little longer. Nah, I'm just messing you with you. It's just a couple weeks. Come on to the minecart. Don't ask so many
Weeks?
questions.
You're out for like 40 minutes, dude.
Joel, I was having fun. Trying to blow off some steam. That was tense.
Yay, coma fun.
So you guys pile into the cart.
Mhm.
Yes.
There's a handful of switches, and one of them makes the cart begin to reel backwards. The area around you has been filled up with a bunch of these guys in white suits now. They have come out of the woodwork, and they're all standing in a line nearby, as the cart begins to roll away.
I'll wave.
No one's gonna.
One of them
No,
waves back.
no one's gonna do the like fake charge at somebody. Like, yeah, buddy, you scared of me? Flinch.
Like a feint. Yeah. Like what? I'm Jewel.
The cart
I was pretty much useless for this entire.
wheels back, rolls all the way back to where you guys came from. What are you guys gonna do? Just plan on going home, bringing the kid back. What's the plan?
We have to go to the guild. Look, I fill B in as we're going. And I was like, look, I wasn't sure exactly. I didn't want to show her hand, but this is a bigger deal. Once the intellect devourers were involved, like I wasn't really sure we would be able to handle it. So I did call Spurin and tell him what was going on. So I just wanted to get us out of here before we got more guild people in trouble or, in danger. So I think the best course of action would be to try and get to the guild and explain what happened and tell them. I tell you about the brains that we found.
Brains in jars?
In jars. And they look like they were living brains. And
Wait, did you take them?
So I don't think I took any.
The crates that were on the cart
just-
is now removed. The cart is empty.
We still have those 6 potions, but I don't recall us pocketing the brains.
No, we took a bunch of potions, but we didn't explicitly say we did anything with the brains. So no, we didn't take the brains. But just because of the level of what was involved, I knew we probably we might be in over our heads. So I was just trying to get us, out safely, especially with you being a little brain dead. So they're waiting for us. Maybe we can get the kid back to the guild and they can have him start running errands or something and give him some work.
We barely made it out of there on a big old. Well, I guess it wasn't a bluff. We could have called Spurn in, but that was very scary. And like honestly, B, if you hadn't been unconscious, like I think it would have been stab first and count the bodies later.
Absolutely. If I hadn't wasted half of my magical energy sending messages, I would have felt a little more confident going into a battle.
So you guys arrive at all the way at the end. The elevator is down for you.
Is the frozen brain still in the hallway?
When you guys make it up to the hallway is empty. There is signs of, where the fight took place, but the bodies and the brain is gone.
Are there a lot of people around?
There's
Just
nobody. Absolutely nobody.
What about
Okay.
if we go up the stairs? Are the crates still there? The smelly crates?
When you make it-
smell smelly.
When you make it up to the top, the crates are still in the warehouse, but the carts that were in the warehouse are also gone. You can smell the smell of that, but it's fading.
Can we crack open one of the?
Try opening.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys start cracking open crates, and on the inside of it's like sawdust, and then there's like a handful of knickknacks, like small art, stuff like that. One box is full of like bolts of linen.
They just keep a bunch of garbage crates full of knickknacks and stuff
Mhm.
as cover, and then they have all of the secret ones go in different places. Let's just go.
Is there anything left in the office?
All of the
At
books have been
the-
removed.
No secret drawers or anything?
You can spend time to investigate. Do you want to go ahead and do so?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay. Just a minute, then an investigation check.
A minute. 17 minus 1, 16.
That's actually enough. So yeah, there was a secret drawer. You find the little latch. You flick it open. It opens up, but it's also empty.
Yeah.
No.
Well, things have gotten pretty bad here. What time is it, GM?
Dark. It's dark time. Still dark time.
I would feel it
It's
in my
like
bones.
between 1 and 2.
It's like
probably.
sleepy time. Like you should go to bed time.
That makes sense. So we're gonna head back to the guild.
Not before I smash a chair.
All right, you gravity hammer the shit out of a chair. Oh, buddy.
Yes.
All right.
Just throwing a temper tantrum.
The next time they try to sit down, they're gonna be so mad.
Reslin kind
And
of
I
like
snap at Stennel.
Reslin panics
with
a
an
little
angry
bit when he
face.
sees you smash a chair. He like flinches and like he's eyeing you big, and he curls up and gets farther away from you.
It's okay. It's okay, man. He's just throwing a temper. It's okay. He's not going to hurt you. He's mad at the people who punched you.
He shouldn't be mad at the people who punched me. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. You don't. It's okay.
Kid, what happened? Tell us the story.
They came and they got me. That's all. They got me and they wanted that ring back, but they can't have it. That's my ring.
What makes it your ring, kid?
Well, it's my father's ring. It's the only thing I have left.
Why do they want it?
I don't know.
Well, think, man. We put our lives on the line for you
I
in this
don't
ring.
know. I just know that they wanted it and they can't have it.
Did they pay for it? Did they offer money for it? Did they deliver money for it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did you accept money for it in exchange?
No. Inside check.
Man, kid, you messed up. Yeah,
Inside check.
you messed up. Look. No. Don't avoid my gaze. Hang on. Don't avoid my eyes. Insight. Ooh, that's going to be 2 plus a whopping 0. So 2.
Well, you believe him. Anyone else want to try it as they're listening into this conversation?
Do I really have to?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not with your wisdom score.
Hey, don't wisdom shame.
No, yeah, the kid's lying. Or at least he's trying to hide the fact that he got something for it.
Let's bring him back to the guild.
As you guys leave the warehouse, you move about 20, maybe 30 feet when out of the space directly in front of you, it shimmers and then whoop, fades, and standing in front of you is one of your guild members dressed all in black, daggers all up and down her. She's just like crouched down, ready to go. She's like, Jewel, Stennel, B, what happened?
Maybe not here. Who else is here?
Fucking cavalry.
There's 8 of us. We've surrounded the place. We're ready to go. Do we need to go in?
I think maybe we should talk with the guild masters before we. Isn't hold on? Are any of them like the guys in white around?
No, place is completely empty.
What about the one we
Okay.
chained to the gutter?
He's been gone for a while.
I'll ask our guildies peoples. Did you see any carts, any delivery carts, like leave this warehouse?
We came as quick as we can, but the place has been quiet since we've arrived.
Good.
I mean, I don't know if we should wait. I mean, Intellect Devourers and Mind Flayers have been the talk of the guild for a while now.
What are you saying? That they have intellect devourers in there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna minor illusion the brain dog.
Yeah, I've seen one of those, but it's inside that building.
It's inside a person.
It's dead.
There was one, but Jewel said they had brains in jars, among other things, in a cavern system below.
So are
Yeah.
we going back in?
They don't.
And then all of you roll me a dexterity save.
10 plus.
Is the threat visible? Because I'll get
12.
advantage.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
8.
yes, but it wouldn't be.
Should I do a perception check to see if I
8.
can see it?
You'll see it clearly,
Oh, okay. Then it would be a
but it's not. Just roll a straight up dexterity check.
straight
Just
dexterity.
straight
save.
dexterity.
Coming up.
Jewel, you got an 8. B, you got a what?
Yep.
12.
12. Okay.
16.
16. The only one to remain on his feet is Stennel, as the rocking explosion, as the warehouse becomes a giant ball of flame behind you, knocks everyone else on their ass.
I'm gonna turn and like look into the flames and be like, I guess we shouldn't go in there.
As you're staring at it, your badgered mask is ripped off your head, your hair like blowing in the wind,
Oh,
the heat just rippling across your face as this ball of flame rises up into the night sky.
looking lightly toasted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have worn my sunscreen.
You can immediately hear
I very much want to throw another temper tantrum.
immediately hear the bells ringing as the fire brigade is being summoned. A couple of other of the guild members start popping out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think we should make haste.
Yeah, let's get back to guild, regroup, and consolidate information because this is pretty big.
And so you guys make your way across town. Reslin going with you to arrive at the guild. It is probably 3:30 in the morning when you guys arrive back to the guild. The guild is abuzz. You see Guildmaster Spurrin is standing there. You can see, oh no, what's his name? The other Guildmaster. Milo.
Frick?
Yeah.
Milo?
Yeah.
Milo showed up.
Milo's looking tired, and he's well dressed as if he was just at a theater play, which is where he was. But you see that there's a lot of activity going on as more and more guild members begin to show up. The talk of there being intellect devourers is got things stirring. Spurn approaches you guys. Jewel, Stennel, B, so glad to see that all of you made it back here. And who's this young fellow?
Trouble.
Oh, I see. And then he looks over. Would you please take this boy and maybe get him a cup of warm cocoa? Thank you. Please, let's go discuss what we should do next.
Mm-hmm. And the sleepies are hitting me now.
Yeah, it's really early. Perhaps coffee for the rest of you?
No,
We're supposed to be like on our way to the Grasslands right now.
Coffee's
Yeah.
gross.
if Jules willing to stay up and explain it, I could hit the hay.
You're just gonna go to bed.
Fine.
Like, nope, done.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll go up with him.
And you're gonna go to bed too.
No, I'll go up with Spurn.
Oh, okay. He's actually not going up anywhere. He's actually they've cleared some space around the center of the bar table, and they have like a map of the city laid out, and you can see several of the higher guild members are standing nearby, and the warehouse is pegged, and there's a little marker on top of it. So as you approach, Spurn looks at them. He's like, "Gentlemen, our most illustrious Jewel, to explain to us what it is that we need to do here tonight. Jewel, the floor is yours."
Well, I kind of wince at like him using superlatives. And then I explain everything that I saw and the smells of the weird chemicals and just everything and up to the fire taking over everything. It's like they torched it the second we were out the door. They exploded the whole building.
So what you're saying is that they're shipping brains around the city,
They're shipping them somewhere.
and you found them in the Undercity?
I guess that's where we were. I've never been before, but we took a minecart into the dark, and there was a dome with glowing moss and algae or whatever, just moss and fungus, and there are huge buildings and like a smell of the sea, maybe like an underground sea. I don't know.
I want a metagame so bad.
Stennel will come walking back with like just like an armful of sweets he's pilfered from the ice chest in the back, and just sleepily chewing, but also being like, there was a river down there too, remember, and a boat.
Yeah. I'll take some out of your hand and I'll have one for me, and I will hand one to B as well.
I'll pass them out to other guildies.
Angry
who-
sweets.
Spurn turns and goes, "Joe, would you be a dear and go see if we have any maps of the Undercity, please? Thank you."
It wouldn't hurt if I got checked out and the kid got checked out. I got blasted by one of those brain dogs and passed out and woke up in some house.
The
Underground?
look of shock on Milo's face, and you can see that there's fear that runs through the rest of the crowd as they hear that kind of a thing. Yes, no, you
Well,
should
I mean,
definitely go and see the healers.
I mean, the kid should get checked out too.
I agree.
I'll just meander with my tail tucked between my legs.
Well, I will definitely reassure you that it was one hit, and then that the intellect devourer was incapacitated after he got one hit on you. I got in, I got at him, and then Stennel just fucking demolished him before he could lay a hand on you once you were passed out. So here's hoping.
Yes, that's good, Jewel. Thank you. Plan of attack. Do you know where their facility is? If we brought a map, would you be able to lead us back to it?
I mean, it's hard to put it into perspective since I don't really know how things above line up with below, but if I could try to work it out, I could try to
And a couple minutes later, some maps
triangulate where we were.
are brought back in and put on the table. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. See if you can, or like a knowledge. Both of them are wisdom saves, right? Not wisdom saves, but
Or wisdom saves. I'm sorry. Are you telling me to make wisdom saves?
No. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. My apologies.
I think it's survival.
Knowledge is an intelligence or is it wisdom?
No,
It's usually
int. Always intelligence.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. A knowledge. We'll do history. That way you can line up from what you recollect using the map in front of you.
Okay, I'm scared to let go of the dice though. That is a 6.
All right, so you're pretty sure you know where it's at. I mean, you see that there's a river on the map, and it kind of cuts through the Undercity, and there's several docks on there. So you're pretty sure it's that one, and you point to one of the docks.
Yeah, I mean, it was so dark and so fast. I mean, this looks like the most similar from the perspective we were at because, you see there's like a river and there's docks and as I'm saying that I can see there are multiple other parts of the map that have river and docks and I'm like, this I think it's
No, it wasn't that one. It was this one here. Stennel's really good at pattern recognition.
Go ahead and roll it.
The same way that he could fall into the portable hole and crawl out and know what everything else is in there. Like that same part of his brain would be able to just fit like a jigsaw. Like no, it's that one over there.
All right, go ahead and roll it. It's fine.
Does he get like
advantage?
a savant?
I
advantage
see
with
what you're
that?
going for
I was
there.
trying to
I see
yeah.
what you're trying to
I was
do.
folding my character into it.
I see. Do you have like inspiration you can spend?
I'm not even sure where I would mark that on my sheet if I had inspiration. Probably not.
Left.
Usually like,
Jewel
Probably
can
not.
give
Here we
you
go.
inspiration.
What's that?
I said Jewel can give you
Yeah.
inspiration.
can I look at him and be like, I believe in you, buddy?
Yes.
You know, you're way better at this kind of thing.
Yeah, you can totally spend that to give him the inspiration. What's that do? Gives him like a +8 now? A D8?
Yeah. I mean, also you can
Yes.
just assist and figure it out together.
Oh, we are.
I learned that after I corrected myself.
So would that just be me rolling with advantage? Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
assisting
just
me
you
in
rolling with advantage, right?
forcing the door open?
I was thinking the magical assist, like the.
Oh.
What are we doing? History?
Yeah.
6.
With advantage?
It's definitely that one. For sure. Probably.
You point to one that's like close to, but not exactly the same one that Jewel was doing, and now they're looking at both of you guys and like, yes, oh, okay, yeah.
So-
Good. Good. Now we have a
Look, we
range of
were-
options.
I mean, too bad B's in the other room.
Yep.
B is also kind of dumb though.
To be fair, we should be checking out a lot of this place. So maybe we'll just
Well, I mean, can't you guys line up? Can't you line up based on like where we were in the city and the directions that we went?
at least in a circle.
In general area. Yes, exactly. Both of those places are within the in general circle of where you should be. Do you want to be in on this?
Okay.
Ew.
Be in on the intellect of our problem?
Well, we do have to go back there. Yes, we typically reserve it for high-level members. You're close enough.
I mean,
I fully believe and trust in you, Jewel.
please stop. I'm in if B and Stennel are in.
I know we kind of took that other contract. And by taking
Yeah.
it, maybe we are keeping someone else from taking it. But I mean, it feels like, we stepped in this cow pie and it feels like maybe we should be like cleaning it up.
So you think, is there a way that we can transfer the responsibility of our previous engagement? Because there are people waiting to be rescued in the Grasslands.
If that's what you'd wish to do, I suppose we can work that out. Yes, no problem. I just pull a few strings, ask a couple of people. I could do that favor for you, Jewel.
I know how you love to ask favors. I definitely wouldn't ever ask you to perform a favor on my behalf, Spurin.
And yet, here you are. No worries, Jewel. I can take care of it. And he turns and walks off.
I'm going to take his job. One of these days, I'm going to take that man's job.
I'm coming for that job.
In the other room, B's being checked and looked at by Petunia, one of the forest gnomes. He's taking a look at you, and shining a small drift globe in each eye, having you name the current High Council members. What year is
I
it?
don't know who are these.
Yeah. Yeah, great. You're probably fine. Now get back out there, soldier.
So the American medical system right there. You're fine.
Do you know if one of the mages are in?
There's like a handful of mages. Which one are you looking for?
Just one that can identify an item.
Yeah, sure. I'll send someone right over for you. There's a room full of people in the other room. But probably
Yeah, but I don't want the kid to see it.
Gotcha. One of the no, those are both clerks. Let's see. Yeah, sure. The overseer is there. Mirarian Olmir.
Miriam.
What?
Do you mind taking a look at this? The boss of that gang seems to really, really want this.
Sure, I'll take a look. And he holds it in his hand and he juggles it a little bit and then he whispers some words. And his hand flows over the top of it. He's like, oh, yes, no, I see exactly why they would want this. Yeah, I can't believe you have this item. Where did you find this?
I just stumbled across it. What is it?
This, my friend, is the most beautiful prop jewelry I've ever seen. Thank you so much.
The most beautiful what?
Prop jewelry.
How much did you pay for this? I hope someone didn't sell it to you as a magic item.
No, I didn't. I didn't pay anything for it.
Ah, good. That's about what it's worth.
Oh, not even a real gem. That little bastard. Well, thank you, Miriam. I appreciate it.
Oh.
What's with this ring?
No problem. That'll be 50 gold.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that was free?
Yeah, guild services, you know?
Yes, and guild services cost some money. And a little smile snakes across his face.
And I smile and wink.
Oh, all right. And he squeezes your cheek. Later, B.
Well, later. I guess it's better than Goldie. And I'll go back out.
So you arrive back out in the hubbub and the noise of everyone beginning to get their gears together and stuff prepared for the adventures back down. What do you guys wish to do? There'll be a little bit of time before everyone gets ready to rock and roll. Anything you wish to do to prepare?
Catnap.
All right, catnap it is.
Pass out on a bench.
All right. So you guys take a short rest. Do you need to recover any hit points? Roll some dice.
Yes. Also that.
I'll play some music once everything starts to calm down and we take a short rest.
Okay.
For the Song of Rest. So you can add a d6.
To your healing. Stennel, did
Yeah.
you take any damage?
No, full health.
I took 19 damage. I'm going to use Second Wind because it comes back on short rest.
Oh, but I only have 2 rages left. So whatever we run across, we'll have to kill it quick.
Use 5.
Is there anything to protect my noggin from more mind blasty?
As you start talking to the quartermaster, one of the armory clerks comes around. He's like, "Well, we might have something that we can do for that. Let me check and see what I have." Goes back and starts looking at the stuff. A little while later, he comes back and he's like, "We have this headband. It will help defend against mental intrusions. Perhaps that would stop this attack."
I look at Joel and everyone else there that has way more experience dealing with this.
This is as much experience I have dealing with it.
And we currently don't have anything as of yet that I know for certain would work, but this one might.
It's better than nothing.
Just sign here, 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 and then put the stamp right there. Yep. And then sign right there in your receipt.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
Yep.
Make sure you bring it back.
And I just do all of it without thinking about it.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I put it on.
When you put it on, it feels like a weight flows over the top of your head, and then like there's this added pressure in your brain.
Yeah, I'm just like shaking my head like I hate it. Does
Yeah.
this go away?
No, that sensation does not go away as you shake your head. It feels heavier. Your head does.
I hate it a lot. But it's better than passing out again. Just like I hate armor a lot, but it's better than getting stabbed.
That is true.
Is it?
How many scars did you have on your stomach, Jewel?
It's just all scars. Scars all the way down.
Mhm. Just a lattice work.
So people are beginning to gear up. Spurn comes back to you and puts a hand on your shoulder, Stennel, and then looks over at Jewel and nods. Jewel, I was able to make arrangements. We will be sending another team quickly to the Grasslands. Of course, they will be responsible for getting the fees. Well, I hope that's all right.
Well, of course.
I was supposed to make money.
Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be some money to be found down there. The teams are prepared. I'm assuming you're going to form your own strike team?
Form our own strike team? I mean,
Yes, you
with
three?
no guidance on where to go or what to do?
No, there will be guidance, of course. Over to the map.
Yeah, I'm good at maps.
I am good at map.
And he points over to the map, and you see Orsic. He's the dwarf battle master sitting there with his white beard. And you're like, all right, listen up, kids. And he points to the map. You're going to be taking the water entrance. We've got a handful of boats that we'll be securing for your entry. And then he begins to point at several docks along the way. Each one of you will be taking a dock of your own. You three, he points to you, will be taking the one farthest down the line. You clear that warehouse. If it's not the right one, then you move on to the next. Each elements on the end will begin moving closer to each other to help support. If anything goes wrong, and he starts handing out these little silver, they look like sticks. You crack this and point it at the sky. The rest of us will know that you're in trouble. Come running. Make myself clear. Stennel, I make myself clear.
Yes.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I like nudge Stennel.
Sure. God.
I like to think Stennel is leaning back half asleep in a chair, but he's like only the back two legs are on the ground.
like that wobble, like I'm about to fall over.
Yeah.
I'm up. God.
And then he yells at you.
Oh, gods. Look at this guy.
Right. We leave in 10.
Oh, sure. Oh, good. 9 more minutes. Got it.
Minutes? Sorry.
Yes, minutes.
I'll fall back asleep.
Any last gear you'd like to get before you guys go back?
I need to restock on ammo. And can I buy energy cells?
Sure. How much gold you got?
Huh?
How much gold you got?
I didn't get magic items, but I also didn't write down money.
Okie dokie. So, I think you did 500 gold for new characters, just from
Yeah.
previous adventures and stuff like that. So that's what I would go with. If you didn't write down any items or anything like that, then we can take that out.
Well, I have like basic stuff, like
Yeah.
like clothes and some tools.
Yeah, so I figured
then-
from previous jobs, you got some money, spent some money, but let's say 500's left over, okay?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't even take a common magic item.
We will have to work on that for the future then, sir.
The other thing I want to do is to ask the kid what the ring's really for.
I want to cast Detect Thoughts.
On the kid?
Well, I can just cast Detect Thoughts.
That's
Yeah,
true. You
surface
can.
thoughts.
Yeah, it's the whole room. I was
Surface
just curious
thoughts.
if you're going to be looking at the kid, like focusing on him, or what's the thought process here?
I'm gonna be focusing on his thoughts, but I'm not gonna try to push deeper. I just want to read his surface thoughts.
Cool. So what's the tech thoughts do again?
It lets you read page 233 of the book. It says, nope, that's this guy's self.
It says nope. Okay.
Nope, I pulled the wrong card. It says, for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't affect it. And the rest is on page 231 because the cards are stupid, but I think it's in chat. Hold on. Oh, yeah. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. If it succeeds the saving throw, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows you're probing in its mind.
Okay, cool. So you cast detect thoughts, and you can definitely just look at the creature and get like surface thoughts from the kid. And while you're
Right.
doing that, B begins to ask the kid. So what are you asking the kid?
What's the ring really for, kid?
And the kid looks at you and he's like, "It's my birthright." And looming in his mind, you see the image of a man It looks like the kid. He's older. He's got gray hair and like a scraggly beard. But you see this man like standing there and pointing at these scrolls. And in the scrolls, they're beautifully detailed artwork, and they show like a castle in the background, and they show like rolling hills, and they show massive trees and nights storming across the area. It's my ring. My father is supposed to give it to me when he dies. And he's dead now, so it's mine.
And what's the point of the ring? It's just costume jewelry.
It's not. It's not costume jewelry. Inside his brain, you see, Jewel, that it's denial. Like whatever the thought process of denial, it's sharp, like a steel cage rolling down.
Okay.
And why does this guy want it so bad?
I don't know. I don't care. Can't have it.
It doesn't answer my question, kid.
Well, I don't know why he wants it, okay? He came to my dad and he tried to buy it from him. And you see in your mind, Jewel, from the height of the child, a very well-dressed businessman handing over a very large sack of gold coins to this kid's father.
Way more than I would think that ring is worth.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Do you still have it? You didn't actually sell it, did you?
I shrug. It's better if you don't know for now.
Like, inside his brain, you see just a swirl of emotion and devastation, anger, despair.
And I go to like ruffle his hair and I say, just for now.
He flinches and ducks away from you as you go to ruffle his hair.
And I freeze and just pull my hand back.
You want it too. I'm going to take that from me. Why? It's not anything of yours. I asked you to watch over it. You're the guild. You're supposed to help people.
For a price.
Well, how much do you want for that?
How much did you get for the ring?
A dead father? You want someone...
What an answer.
Yeah, that's a
How
pretty
much
good
did you
answer.
get for it? A dead dad. Wait, what?
Like, well, I can only match that once.
The kid turns and starts to storm off.
It'll take time.
I tell them what he was thinking. Tell him about the scrolls. That's kind of weird, right? And the guy he handed over so much money. I'm not a jeweler, but come on. There's no way that thing is worth a single gold, let alone a sack of gold. And what happened to that gold? What happened to the dad? Like, was the deal with this? It's suspicious, right? And like, is it magic?
No.
Is it like the key to a lost like empire or something? Like only like in Stardust, the only person that can become the next king is the person that possesses this and is of the correct blood. Like, what's the deal?
Merriam-Webster said it was worthless.
The dictionary guy?
Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
Cool. I try to think of people I know with the letter M in their name. Cool. Why are we involved in this?
Sorry. This always happens to me.
What does this have to do with intellect devourers?
Wait, what?
The guy that wants this ring is also involved with some kind of brain shipping business and intellect devourers. Or was that just happenstance?
You're thinking farther than I would have.
Huh.
But I like where you're going.
Do we know any it's too late now, but I'm saying too many times. Do we know any antique or historians, antiquers that could
Can I wander up to
give
this?
us the magical answer?
Shit.
What?
Sorry, can I wander up to this conversation and listen in?
Yeah, I assumed you were there,
Yeah,
sleeping.
I thought you were there the entire time.
Have you tried just putting it on?
I'll do that.
It slides on your finger.
Holy shit, where'd he go? I start putting my hand out, clearly just touching his stomach. Where'd he go? Oh my gosh, he's gone.
And I start looking to see if anyone else can see me.
Julie's gone.
I avert my gaze.
That's incredible.
And I reach out and I pet Stennel. I'm right here, buddy.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'll give him a hug. I was kidding. I could see you the whole time.
Really? Really?
It's just a ring, I guess. I don't know. You don't feel any different?
Do I feel
Right,
any
if you
different?
don't
Feel any
off.
different?
Can I take it off?
Yeah, it slides right off.
And then you look down and it's back on your finger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or maybe you put it on
Oh.
and then you can't be stabbed. Here, and I'll draw a
No. Nope.
Okay, I'll put the X away.
You're spoken like somebody who's never been stabbed.
Not tonight.
You hear in the background, "Come on, people, let's go, let's go."
Looks like we're pulling another
Back.
double shift.
You can see the
We
rest of
did
the
sleep
adventurers
before
begin
this,
to
but-
cycle out the front door.
That is true. We like napped for the late part of the day because we were going to take off to the Grasslands after hitting the park. We were going to ride all night. That's right. I guess I caught my second wind after all those snacks. All right, let's go.
All right, you guys are all done equipped. You guys begin to shuffle out the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes.
go ahead.
I was just going to say I bought an extra canteen, rations, 10 energy cells because I didn't know how many they'd have.
10 sounds good.
So I spent 200 gold on that. And I can do more or less depending on how much you care.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's it.
Awesome. There's several carts or carriages out front, ready and willing for the adventurers to hop into it. As you do, it canters off down to the waterfront where the docks are, and you guys then board some boats. The boats are pushed off, and you have a handful of Copper Guild members that are, what's that word? Oaring? I'm going to say oaring. It's probably not the right word, but
Rowing.
rowing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oaring.
Oaring.
Yep, that's how my brain works.
That's yeah. If I was like getting into the sweets, my mom would give me a good oaring. Hit me with a paddle.
And they begin to oar towards what appears to be a large opening where water is flowing into and out of a passage at the edge of the city. And as you guys begin to move into it and it begins to get dark, you see the lights of several drift globes beginning to pop up. Will the adventurers find out what exactly is going on down here? Will they be able to discover where the brains are going and what they are involved in? What is that ring that the kid has anyways? And how is it going to play out? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. Before we go, a couple of words from some of our members.
Hi, it's Vanessa. Please check us out on social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, kind of on Instagram. We do some Reddit sometimes. Total Party Guild on all platforms. We're also giving away a dice box if we can get 500 followers on Twitter. You can do it. Tell your friends.
And go ahead and write to us at totalpartyguild@gmail.com. We'd like to read everything you guys send us, and we'll answer any questions, and maybe we'll even have a question and answer session. That'd be fun, huh? Yeah, so keep them coming.
Yeah, send us funny pictures and memes, all the fun stuff. We have, stuff to entertain us while this lockdown continues. And make sure to rate and review and subscribe. It's important to get us seen, get us promoted, get us heard, get us out there.
And for our egos.
Those two.
Yeah, egos are nice.
We need it.
Did you say eagles?
Yeah.
I love birds.
No. Egos.
Oh.
Ego.
Like
He was
Vigo?
Egos.
Like Vigo, the...
no. Ego. He was one of the 4 Ghostbusters. Remember?
No, he was the thing the Ghostbusters went against.
No, Venkman, Ego.
Ego the Carpathian, right?
That was Gomez.
Oh, Gomez.
Yeah, he was dressed real nice.
Yeah.
Always was
Who
like.
played Aragorn again?
And
Anyway.
remember, a guild of many defeats more monsters.
Nope.
Or
nope.
not.
You're out of order.
Well, he wasn't talking, so I thought we were done.
Oh no. And
Oh,
go
I was
to-
Because
trying.
we're talking over him.
Send us emails.
Yeah, I just figured he'd jump in when he needs to.
God, this is a mess.
And if you want to learn more about the cast, the world, the characters, or anything in between, check us out on totalpartyguild.com, where you can find all that out and more.
And remember, a guild of many defeats more monsters. Party on!
Party on.
Party
Party on.
on.
We should really have a script for this.